Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Alexis and today we are doing another part of the speed build. The picture challenge thing that I guess I'm calling it that now. And I will be doing another playlist. Of course these will be in my regular speed builds ones, but I will make another playlist as well for the picture challenges. Just so if you like specifically the ones where it's not made up completely by my head and you want to see a real life to a Sims build, then I will make a playlist for that. So I will put that in the description. But yeah, so this is part 2 and it's actually the shortest of the 3 parts. So this one is just me basically figuring out the front part of the build. And if you missed it, part 1 was me doing everything up to this point. So basically the picture part of the back, making sure everything looks as much as like the picture as I could make it. And then I think this one also, this current video part 2 is layout as well. And then part 3 is all of the furnishing as well as a walkthrough, and that the walkthrough is actually why it's the longest part. I think the walkthrough itself is like 15-20 minutes long, and if you can hear my dog sniffing, she's laying on the bed right now and just rolling around. And there she goes. And so part 3, I also showed a little bit of what it looks like at night, just because I thought that the view, it's kind of I mean, you can't really change the view, but at the same time I'm like, oh my goodness, look at this view. I was like, look at this view from the pool. And so I don't know why, I was just like, it looks really good, and it looks, I think it complements the surrounding area a lot. So I am really proud of how this whole entire build turned out, and I hope you like it too. If you do, you can find it on the gallery. My gallery name is Born Number 2 Be a Diamond, same way as it's spelled here, just without the games. And yeah, you can check out some of my other builds as well. There is a CC version of this one, as well as a non-CC version. So and I'll be going over all the CC in the last part, but I will go ahead and link all the CC that I used in this build in the description. Although I don't use it yet, I only use it in the last part. That's when I start actually putting stuff in. The only thing that actually, like furniture wise, that gets put in, besides like the outdoor furniture that has already kind of been put in, I think I add some more stuff, but the only thing furniture wise that gets put in on this part is the bed, and well, one bed out of the 3 and then one rug. I don't know why, I just randomly was like, I want to start doing this now, and then I decided, I was like, wait, no, I'm not done with the outside. So that's what that is. Also, I didn't mention this in the first part, but I talked about like how I did a ton of work with debug, and it was actually, this build is one of my first real delves into debug. So there's a giant, I like sized it up, measuring tape just casually in the build. Yeah, I sized that back down and put it somewhere. I was just like, oh my goodness, I have to put this somewhere. I'm going to use it. It's so cool. So it's just me being weird. Yeah. So yeah, that's what that whole deal is. So if you just see a random giant measuring tape, that don't worry. I sized it back down. But yeah, so this one, as you can see, it's kind of starting to take shape. Of course, if you have seen the gallery, then you already know what it looks like at the very end. And this is not what it looks like at all. I decided this one looks too much like one of my previous builds, and I just hated it. And I was like, nah, let's branch out a little bit more, make it a little more exciting, a little bit more new. And it just didn't feel like it actually fit with what was in the back. So I decided to ditch that. And yeah, And I do want to mention that the layout of this build is, of course, it's definitely not anything like the real life house. I realized that in the probably the third part is when I really realized that it looks nothing like what the inside of the house looks like. Just from what I can see, I could tell that there was a little bit of like the room situation on the top floor. It's completely different, and the little amount that I could see, I was like, okay, so I did mess that up in a little bit, but also I had no idea what was behind those rooms. I don't know where the rooms stop. I only had what I had, so I kind of was just like, well, that layout doesn't really work with how I'm building the rest of the house, and I don't have any additional pictures. I just have the front picture or the back picture. So I decided to make my own layout, and I'm actually fine with how I like the layout. I think it makes sense. So yeah, there's that. I say there's that a lot. I've noticed that recently. But yeah. Oh, and during this part, I think it's this part, I go back and forth so much on whether or not I want windows in this one spot. So you'll see me take windows away and like add windows and take them away. Oh yeah, and you can see this part where it was messing with the stairs. I hated this part. I talked about this a little bit in the last part, where the platforms would just like mess up. At least I think I talked about this a little bit in the last part. But the platforms would, if you added a wall somewhere on whatever floor, then sometimes those platforms would be like, okay, we're going to go all the way up, the whole entire thing. And then it's messed up. I was like, that's not what I wanted you to do. I don't know why you did that. And that's not what I asked you to do. So a lot of this was just me messing with that. Oh, and if you also did not catch my last part, then you did not know about, or you probably don't know about that little like area between the pool and the garage. So the whole entire way until the very back of the house, I leave some room between the pool and the rest of the house just to create a barrier because no, actually even to the back of the house, it's all the way. Just because, like, in real life, that just does not seem safe at all. Like, if I had a thing full of that much water right next to my very, very expensive sports cars, and for some reason, like, the wall of the pool broke for whatever reason, like, it cracked, and it started letting water and, like, leaking, I would not be happy. So that's why I created a barrier. And so in theory, that is all cement. It's just completely cemented off. I don't necessarily know how like realistic that is. Like if that's actually a thing that people do, and if it's not, then that's a thing that they should do. But of course people have insurance and liability and all that stuff. Well, liability, would that actually like do anything? I don't know. Anyway, so, like I'm pretty sure that and if they're able to afford this type of house and afford that many cars, clearly they probably don't have a problem like that, like if something happened. But like this still, like you don't want to damage your cars, you know. It's the little things, you know. You gotta make sure everything's protected. Okay, that took a little weird of a turn. Anyway, so I actually changed where I have this front door at the very end. I just decided I don't like it here. But if you do like it here and you don't want to change it back, then totally feel free to do that. So yeah. But that's pretty much all I think that I needed to talk to you about. Oh, I'm also, if you don't like the idea of any of the videos and you're just like jumping in at this one because you decided that you don't really want to see me building the first part, or if you don't want me or want to see me furnishing the place, you just want to see the walkthrough, that's totally fine, because these videos are long. That's why I put them in 3 parts. Also because they're like, okay, think of it this way. They're like episodes of a TV show. And I hope they entertain you. I really hope they do. So, but so this one is the shortest, and the last one was the medium length one. It's in the middle of the 3. And then the last part is the longest, and that is solely because I added on to the end, the walkthrough, so you could actually see what the whole build looks like. Totally unnecessary, honestly. It's like a 15-minute walkthrough. So if you want to, I could have made 4 videos out of it, to be quite honest. But I decided that I would go ahead and tack the walkthrough onto the last one. So hopefully you don't mind. Makes the last one actually like almost an hour long. So if you make it through that one, you're an OG. You're like, I commend you for that. I don't know, maybe like I'll like gold star. I'll give you a gold star somehow. I don't think I can actually do that. Don't listen to me. I don't know how I would physically do that. So let's okay, I take that back. I don't know. Maybe I can, I don't know. Maybe I'll figure something out. But like if you make it through all 3, like, thank you a lot. It really helps me. And so does liking and subscribing and all that stuff, and commenting. That would be much appreciated. I don't have that much of a following, and I would always enjoy your presence if you're new. And if you aren't new to my channel, then please hit those things, like, because I will be posting a lot more. I know I've had like a little bit of a break. I didn't talk about this in my last video. I need to talk about this. So I've had a little bit of a break. Just, things happening in life. Yeah. Anyway, so I have actually been kind of active. I don't know if you've been noticing, but the last like 2 weeks, I've been somewhat sort of active around the channel, and that's because I'm working on a backlog of videos. So I have had this one in the wraps for a little bit before you're seeing this, so hope you don't mind. I mean, I've been working on this. This was the build that I was talking about, like alluding to in the well, it's not the last video, but the one before that now. I still haven't posted either of these. I'm actually posting these well in advance. Like, these are being posted, but just not, like, they're scheduled probably about like a week in advance, just so y'all know. And I'm hoping that I can work out a way to get another week ahead. That is my goal for both of my channels, by the way, is to be about like 2 weeks ahead. So we're working on it. We're grinding away here. But yeah, so this one took a lot of time. And so I'm so glad that I'm done with it. But this was the one that I was alluding to in my last video, which I think honestly was probably the end of January. I don't think they're the windows that I talked about that I was like, do I like them? Do I not? Oh, wow. I'm taking them. I'm literally going back and forth right now. Yeah, I didn't remember it being that soon, but okay. And it being like, it's all happening right now. Wow. Okay. But, yeah, so I haven't posted in a while, and this was the build that I was talking about in that one. So this, like, I remember I talked about it, like, it's taking me a long time just because it is a bigger build. And, let me tell you, it was a very daunting build, just because I knew that it needed to have at least 3 bedrooms, and it ended up having 3 bedrooms. Of course it did. Well, actually, it only really needed 2 bedrooms, but like, does anyone actually like just do 2 bedrooms? No, especially if it's a mansion. No, minimum's at least 3. And honestly, I could have added like 2 more bedrooms easily, because this is an 8 bath. Like, realistically, not all of them are like full baths. There's a couple that is, well, okay, the smallest baths are all, they have a shower, a toilet, and a sink. So there's none that's just toilet and sink. So there is that. So there's no any like half baths or anything. So it is like a regular 8 bath. It's just, it doesn't have like an actual bathtub. So yeah, still humongous. And I could have added more too if I used that extra space in between the house. But hey, think about it this way. And also delete all the floor. And it's hilarious too when you go onto the very bottom floor. Even though it's actually like hidden by sunlight and it would not get like see anything, you can see the sunlight and you can see like the sand and everything, and it's like all lit up and like it's like actually outside. It's hilarious. So enjoy that too. Oh, and this is something that I do all of the time. I turn it to the nighttime mode, and that's when I put in all the lighting to make sure that every room is well lit. And that's just something that I like to do also, because especially for mansions, every room has to be very well lit, and I want to make sure that it all makes sense too, and I'm not like forgetting a room. And it's very easy to tell if you're forgetting a room when you are in nighttime mode, and you know, you can see everything like that. And so there's even lighting on the patio, the somewhat covered patio. Yeah, so there are a few things too that I messed up and like missed and stuff like that, and you can see that in the walkthrough too. And I will try to, when I upload the video, I will try to make sure that I remember to do like put time codes in the description for the part 3, I mean. So if you want to just watch the walkthrough, you can. And you can see the custom content that I use too. Just because this one, I didn't actually film any of or like screen record any of the custom content building process, and that took me like an additional hour or hour and a half or 2, something like that. And you can kind of, if the gallery shows times, you can actually see how long it exactly took me, because I uploaded the non-CC version like pretty much right after I finished it, and I uploaded the CC version pretty much right after I finished it. So you can pretty much tell everything from there. So yeah, that is all of that. I think that's all of the like major things that I wanted to talk about. And I think that's everything that I need to talk about. But yeah, so what you can look forward to from me is actually, I'm aiming for 3 days a week. So my goal is to actually tonight, when I'm doing the voiceover, is to get ready 3 other videos for what will be next week when you're watching this. And yeah, so then I will be 2 weeks ahead on this channel, and I am trying to get 2 weeks ahead on my main channel. If you didn't know I had a main channel, I will also link that in the description. Also, it will be on the end screen as well. I always have it on the end screen, and so feel free to subscribe to me there. That's a lot more of like lifestyle content. I think I want to do a little bit of finance here in the near future, as well as I like to talk about like I kind of talk like I do some book reviews. Maybe in the future I'll do some vlogs and stuff like that when I actually like get used to the idea of carrying a phone or a camera out in public. Maybe. I also kind of sort of talk about some workout things on there too. I don't want to talk too much about my workout like stuff, just because I don't want that to be the main focus of my channel, and I don't want it to end up being like a, like, I'm gonna be quite frank right now, that when you do like a fitness or like a weight loss channel, you can very much easily, like, if you don't lose the weight, or if you do, you can feel an intense amount of pressure, especially because on YouTube, just because now everyone's like, oh my goodness, you lost the weight, you must tell us everything that you've done, and you must keep it off. And you know, I don't necessarily want to feel that type of pressure, so I don't want to keep that. I don't want to do that as the main focus. Will I do some fitness stuff or fitness related things? Yes. Like, I think one of the videos that I am going to be filming is actually drinking a gallon of water per week, or for a week, and seeing how that affects everything in like my energy levels and stuff like that. I think that's one of the videos I want to do. There's another one that is very much financial related, that should be coming out the same week that you're seeing this, hopefully. Well, maybe not. It might be a week later, because I think I think it'll be a week after this. We'll see. But that is another video that I really want to do, and I want to keep that a little bit under wraps, because I like the idea of, like, I like keeping some secrets, you know. You got to keep some excitement there. I hope you don't mind. But yeah, so those are a few things to look forward on there. Here, Sims content, obviously I'm going to keep up with that. But some of the things that I think I want to record tonight, I don't know how well it's going to go, because it's probably going to be a public lobby. But I do want to do some Among Us just to try it out. If it works out, you'll see the videos. Hopefully it does work out. And if it doesn't, then pretend I never said that or said any of this. But I do plan on doing that. Hopefully that works out. And I think I might do... I really want to get Minecraft, because I haven't played it, and I think that I would really like it. And I want to delve into some shooters. And I feel like that might be a little risky to say that specific phrase. Oh, that was gorgeous. Oh my goodness. But I kind of want to delve into, like, okay, so this might sound really cringe, but I haven't played Fortnite, and I don't want to film that though, because it's not popular. Maybe in the future, if it ever does get like a craze again. I mean, there's some popularity around it, but like, nah, I don't want to do that. But so what I really want to do is, like, I've been seeing a ton of Valorant videos recently, and I'm actually kind of interested in that. So we might see if I end up purchasing the games, how well they go, and if those work out, then that might be something that I might be delving into. I definitely want to get more games under my belt and more games on this channel, because right now it's very much seeming like a Sims channel, and it's literally supposed to be a gaming channel just in general. So while I love The Sims, I do want to branch out, especially because that was the whole point of me making the channel into a games channel and not a simming channel. So I hope you don't mind. Of course, I will be still making stuff, but yeah, I know. It feels like I feel like it's not necessarily something that a ton of people are interested. If they're watching a gaming channel, I don't feel like they're usually going for like simming content, but and same, like vice versa. But I know for me, at least, I watch both, and I think it's very possible. I mean, they're both video games. They're all games. So I think that they both can live easily in a place where it's like a gaming channel per se. I think that it can happen, and I want to do both. That's the reason why I want to do both. It's because I think that I like them. Okay, so hopefully you don't mind. I know it can't just be me who likes both The Sims and stuff like Valorant and Among Us and stuff like that. So, I mean, if I'm wrong, then prove me wrong, I guess. But I think I'll try to do maybe one Sims video per week. And I will start testing out some starting next week. Obviously, this one is literally this whole entire week. But I will start trying to do some other things besides just Sims. So I do also want to talk about like how many videos I want to post too. I kind of want to post 3 per week. It's kind of what I was doing a little bit, but I was really slacking. But I'm going to hold myself a lot more accountable. I told myself that the week of March 1st is the first week that I'm going to do it, and I am going to be consistent for at least a year. So hopefully I am. And if I'm not, then well, you can direct me back to this video and tell me that I suck. So please be nice about it though if I do fail. I really hope that I don't, and that's one of the reasons why I'm trying. Like, I decided this a couple of weeks ago, and I told myself that I'm going to do the backlog. There's the whole reason why I did wanted to do that is because that's one of the reasons why I've failed in the past, is that I don't have videos and I want to post that specific day, and then I have to either rush to film and stuff like that, or I am just stuck not posting that day. And I don't want to do that anymore, especially when I have a consistent schedule, or like I have a very inconsistent schedule at work right now. And so I can't just necessarily have a scheduled channel that is all focused on me getting these videos ready for these specific days when I don't even know when I'm going to have the next day off necessarily, which is great. You know, gotta love that. But so that is why I'm trying for the backlog. So this is going to be at least 3 videos per week. That is the goal. And I think I was going to do the same thing with my main channel, but I think I want to do it 2 videos minimum per week. And if I can get 3 out, that's great. So 3 is the main goal, but on my main channel, the editing takes a longer time, and I don't like okay. So with gaming, I don't necessarily have to look good. I can just not have myself on camera, like right now. I mean, I look fine right now. I just don't have makeup on, which is also fine. Like I just haven't posted that online yet. And I feel very self-conscious about my face. So, not posting that online. Not right now, at least. Maybe in the future I'll post a face, or like a no makeup face. But not right now. Yeah. So, with that, I kind of I should have just been a faceless YouTuber. I kind of, I already put my face out there though, so I might as well just stick with it. I thought about going to faceless, but, I mean, I guess I could always go back, but I mean, this gaming channel is basically like, if you didn't know what I look like, if you didn't look at my main channel, you wouldn't know what I look like. Also, look at the house with the surrounding. Doesn't that just look so good? I love it. Like, oh my goodness. Okay. So, yeah. There's just the editing too. It takes longer for the main channel, and most of the time. And it's just a lot more of and like the actual filming process takes a lot less time. But in this, the gaming stuff, I can literally stay up till whatever time and look absolutely horrendous and like have bags under my eyes and stuff like that, and you would never know. Kind of did that with this build a little bit, but yeah, so it's not as easy to do that with the main channel. So I think that 2 videos per week is probably more realistic. And then on the weeks that I can do like a surprise, like, oh hey, there's another video, that I will do that. Say if like I have a backlog that is instead of 4 videos for the main channel, I have an additional one. I have like 5 videos. Then I probably will post an additional one that week, just being like, hey, just so that way I don't get like too far behind, and also that way I have like surprise videos being like, hey, come look at this channel again for the 3rd time this week, or hey, I don't know, just like as a treat every once in a while. I don't know how else to explain it. I had something else, but like I've already forgotten it. But yeah, we are almost at the end of this video. I hope I made sense too. This is something that I don't do on my main channel too, is like I just ramble a ton on here. And I don't cut out my ums. If you haven't noticed on my main channel, I do. That's part of the reason why it takes a long time. It's because I don't let any filler speech get in. And this one is, this is the more laid back one, if you can't tell. And I hope you don't mind that too. Maybe at some point I will be able to do something where it's more like edited for both, but right now this is what works, and so that's what I'm doing. But yeah, I think that is it. So thank you so much for watching this. I hope you want to check out the part 3. And if I've uploaded it by the time you're seeing it, I'll of course put that in the description as well. But all my social media is down there, as well as part 1. And so is my main channel. And yeah, I will see you next time. Bye.